Happy Monday, everybody. Y'all have a good weekend?
Great weekend.
Always goes by so fast. And gorgeous weather.
The weather was great.
Perfect weather for the weekend.
Thank you,
Let's
Larry.
do it again.
Let the warm times roll.
By a show of hands, who would like to have 4-day work weeks?
I mean, why not? You got paid to say.
I was like, I'm gonna wait till Larry is here.
Larry hesitated a bit. As long as you get paid the same, that's the key here. Because if you are, chances are your bosses are as well. Because according to a new study, a third of large U.S. companies are actively considering shortening the work week to help combat burnout.
So most of these companies are considering 4 or 4.5 day work weeks. Executives are looking for ways to attract and retain workers in a competitive job market where a lot of employees are just feeling overworked, underpaid, burnt out. So this morning we want to know, would you prefer a 4-day work week or do you like the standard 5 days? Text us 704-329-3600.
And if you're the second option, tell us why. In detail.
As long as it's a weekend, you can like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I do feel
nobody
like
wants Tuesday off.
Exactly.
a random day in the week, which I've done that before.
I know.
But, you know, people like nurses and doctors and first responders, they're going to have, I mean, they have to have coverage 24/7, you know, but I know friends that work in the office and stuff, they're already able to leave early on Friday or, you know, go to the lake during the summer and work from their laptop on Friday, which is nice. So I do feel like it's being implemented in some ways already.
Well, and I mean, a lot of first responders and especially nurses, they're already doing this kind of work week, but they're working the longer shifts.
Yes, yeah.
And then for those who are doing that, they're getting bigger sign-on bonuses or
Well, that's a
higher.
good question. I mean, 4 days a week, 12 hours a day.
10 hours a day, I would
I
assume.
think it would probably depend.
Yeah.
I think there's
depends on the
there's studies
profession.
that have looked at both, whether it's just the same amount of like hours or if it's actually
A
fewer
lot of
hours.
those white-collar jobs will be the shorter hours, and a lot of blue-collar jobs will be making up 40 hours, but just in 4 days.
Yeah.
I think everything, I mean, we say it all the time, but I think the pandemic changed everybody's work habits. It really did. I feel like it gave people, as far as many bad things that came about, it also, I think, gave people a much better appreciation for work-life balance.
Right.
Melissa's chiming in, basically saying exactly what you just said. She goes, I could do it, but I also love my 8 to 4. And sometimes I leave early on Friday if I worked during the week. During the week or the weekend, people just want flexibility and work-life balance, which is so true. John Kelly saying a 4-day work week would be fantastic as long as you actually can unplug from your work or job.
Right.
Remote workers, I don't know how they do it. Because if you're working from home, like your actual home, I tried that, and it was the most chaotic thing. Like, I could never unplug because everything's right in your house.
Sometimes people say you have to have like a separate space. You shouldn't try to do it at your kitchen table or in your living room, because then you're just looking around, you're like, oh, that laundry, oh, those dishes.
You can get everything done. I will say during the pandemic, since work from home, once you figured out the setup about logging in, there would be times that it would be 4 o'clock just randomly in the afternoon. I'd be off and I would jump in if there was a tornado warning to like help Brad. Just because like I was like, oh well, I'm just here, I'll just do that. And then you really look back and it's like, wow, I was doing so much extra because it gave you the option of literally just walking upstairs into your studio and just turning it on. And that's the biggest deal. You see a lot of videos about, well, this person is working all these extra hours, and a lot of people is like, well, why? Because some people are just really working the 40 hours that they think. May it be 3, 4, 4.5, or 5 days.
I think, and I think Melissa alludes to this a little bit. I think a lot of people just want some concessions, like some flexibility. Like if it's not like a 4-day work week, well then, you know, summer Fridays off, or you know, work from home on, you know, a few days that you can. Or I think people are just, understandably, they feel like the 5-day-a-week, 8-hour job is a little archaic for a lot of industries.
And we've talked about this before, like where our parents or grandparents, it was like they were so committed and everything. And now there's been almost like a mind shift that it's no longer living to work. They just want to work to live and provide for their family, but they don't want their job to be their number one, where it's going to interfere with your family life.
I don't want to put people down, but the work ethic has changed.
Oh, yeah.
Tremendously. You know, and back when I first started in broadcasting radio, it was standard 6 days a week. I mean, that's just the way you just did it, and you accepted it.
Yeah.
And now, when we go to 4-day week, so it's all according to what you grew up with.
It's a different world.
I grew up with those hours, so if it's a 5-hour week, a 5-day week, or a 6-day week,
yeah,
that's what you do. Whatever job you have, you kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, TV news is a little different than most professions, but like I feel like in the past, people would definitely work 6 days a week because they were on TV, they were fulfilling that dream that they always had, and now it's like this is their TV, you know? They can create their own Instagram account and get paid.
Don't put it down. Don't give too many accolades. We got to keep this job.
I'm just saying, you know, it changes things. The way people consume news or want to put themselves out there. You can put yourself on TV, so to speak, without being on TV.
I think in general, TV or not, though, I think what I've witnessed is there's been a shift. Typically, I think in generations past, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, but the young people in their 20s were like gung-ho, working 6 days a week. It's
go,
whatever it takes to get to the top, that's what I'm going to do. And it doesn't seem like it's that way anymore.
Yeah.
One could argue it's a much more balanced approach than prior generations, but it seems different.
When I did an internship, I interned for NBC Universal in Burbank, California, and like the head of NBC Universal came and spoke to us, and he said to get promoted and be where you want to be, like 1, be kind, which I loved that, but he said 2, be the first one there and the last one to leave. Like you've got to work the hardest and don't complain.
Some of the most successful CEOs and executives and really successful people, that's how they do it.
Yeah. He was like, you can't try to, complain about, like you're saying, how many hours, I'm only this many hours. He's like, if you want to succeed and make it to the top, be the first one there and the last one to outwork the other people. And so that was the mentality for a long time.
But I think more and more people are saying, I don't have to be that guy.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
it's an individual thing.
Totally.
And I think
if you want to be just like everybody else, that's fine. If you want to be superlative, you got to work superlative, and that's longer hours, work harder.
I think work ethic is just changing with pay. I think that's my end all be all. Is that dollar is stretching a little, not as long as it used to. So folks ain't stretching themselves as long as they used to, and I think that's a legitimate response.
Joy Mott chiming in, I'd go for more Fridays off, I'm assuming is what she's saying. And then Gloria, hey Gloria, she said, my job already does this. We have remote day every week every week until May, and then we get 2 remote days during the week during the summer.
See, Gloria, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I love it.
There's not a one-size-fits-all, but I think people just want to be worked with, like, some concessions.
Accommodated.
That's right. All right, folks, let us know what you think. Let us know if you already have a 4-day work week.
We're jealous.
See, I got some work.
See you back here tomorrow.